We're here with junior defensive end Kaleb Pohlman. Kaleb, thanks for your time today. First, let's start off by kind of recapping last week. Team went to New York, was able to play Division I opponent in Wagner. Just kind of talk about some of the experiences and takeaways from that trip.
Definitely a cool experience because we got to leave, get there Thursday 2 days early, and Thursday got to do a practice in New York, which was nice. Got to get right off the bus, practice, get in the swing of things right away, and then take the rest of the day off, enjoy New York, enjoy the company of our teammates. And then Friday we got to do a lot of sightseeing, got to go see Statue of Liberty, Ellis Islands, and then we separated into groups and had a little bit of time to explore downtown New York City, see things like Times Square, Central Park, Rockefeller Center, things like that that are kind of the main attractions in New York City. And then to top it all off, we got to play against one of the best opponents that we've ever played against in Wagner, and it was just a very good experience, kind of see where we measure up and just to go out there and show everybody what we're capable of.
Good. Maybe some takeaways from talk about some takeaways from the Wagner game specifically that's kind of affected practice this week as far as what you guys have been focused on. Maybe playing a bigger team, better team like that, some things, weaknesses, some areas that need to pay more close attention to. Maybe talk about how that's affected practice this week.
Playing against someone with a little bit of higher competition, a little bit bigger size, things like that, definitely we'll be able to show us where we're very successful and things that we need to work on. And they definitely exploited us early with a 71-yard run on the second play of the game. So that definitely showed us that we had things to work on, but then there were also times in the game where there was a sudden change, a turnover on offense, where the defense has struggled in the past for letting up scores, things like that, where we buckled down and got a 3-and-out, and that shows growth within our team, not only bouncing back from that 71-yard run, but bouncing back from the sudden change and just staying up the entire time.
You mentioned the 70-yard run happened the second play of the game. There's maybe two other punt return, and then a 3rd and long that kind of went into the red zone there the second quarter. Outside of those 3 plays, second half defensively overall, you guys are really solid. Talk about kind of that chemistry that you guys have as a unit. Obviously working with Coach Schumacher now for 3 or 4 years for most of you guys. Talk about that chemistry and that veteran group.
Yeah, definitely was very pleased with how the defense played. We came together a lot of times, and that's just on the leadership of the defense. We have a ton of guys on the defense that have started for 4 years, and they're just great leaders and can just bring the team back together after a big play like that. Sit us down on the bench. Coach Shu does a great job of making adjustments. We fixed what was wrong, and then they didn't really gash us anymore on that play the rest of the way. So definitely in-game adjustments are great, and we can do that on the fly with the experience that we've had.
Good. Now talk a little bit about preparation for this week with Siena Heights. Great win last year, first time ever beating them. What are some things that it's going to take to be able to do it 2 years in a row?
Yeah, definitely we have that in the back of our minds. It's a rivalry game. We always remember things like that, and that being a big game last year really set the tone for us, and we've had a great week of practice and just slaving over film, things like that. Just doing the little things on a big game like this is really it's going to make the difference in maybe a win and a loss.
Good. Well, good job. Good luck tomorrow. Thanks for your time today. Defensive end, junior Kaleb Pohlman.